I know that these humans are the real animals. I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow their house down.
Yo, check this out. I've been saying this for so long. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's just a couple of the McDonald's or Burger. I think it's all of them. Check this out.
A movement driven by big corporations to take the soul away from people, to disconnect people from the higher world. And in order to do that, we have to destroy the pineal gland in people. And I followed the research on that, and amazingly what we found, the pineal gland is the most sensitive part of our central nervous system and is highly, highly, highly sensitive to 4 things: aluminum, glyphosate, fluoride, and Wi-Fi. And we are the only country in the world that has pushed these 4 things in the last 60 years or so on everybody growing up here. There must have been an ultra-intelligent group of scientists who have designed this protocol to fluoridate the drinking water, to put nanonized aluminum in the air, to put glyphosate in the food, and then activate it, spark it with the right frequency.
What concerns are the GMO seeds?
I would say I think the biggest concern is that some of these crops already have a pesticide in them. There's a certain crop called BT corn, and it has a BT gene. When the insects eat this corn, it makes their stomachs explode. And what I think is really interesting about this is that what it's doing is it's creating holes in the stomach lining of the bugs. And something that Americans are dealing with right now at really high rates is something called leaky gut syndrome. And that means that we're getting holes in the lining of our intestines. Why did we think that this would affect insects and not affect humans?
That would be the $64,000 question here. So thank you, Courtney.
What is it gonna take for us to listen? I'm like sick to my stomach, okay? I've heard the rumors and I still am guilty of it, taking my kids to go eat at McDonald's, but today took my girls to go get their normal Happy Meals and got a 10-piece for my 6-year-old, and she bit down one of her chicken nuggets and she says that, she hurt her teeth. And so I'm looking at it and I pull this out. She pulls this out. She hands it to me, okay? And I'm freaking out. Baby, where's your tooth? What happened? How'd you lose a tooth? How did you lose a tooth in your chicken nuggets? It's not her tooth, y'all. This is not my baby's tooth. But this is a baby's tooth. This was someone's baby's tooth. This is disgusting. And this is what we're eating. This is what we're feeding our kids. This is a human tooth. This is a baby tooth. And I say baby, no more than 6 years old. This is a tooth. Y'all, this is a baby tooth. And we're eating this shit. And you motherfuckers are still gonna go continue to eat from there. Look at this.
Now, I was so grateful. Somebody shared this to me. I'm just, oh man, look, man. You gotta check this one out.
Y'all remember how I was telling y'all what they had inside of them swabs that they was giving y'all back in 2020-21 with the graphene oxide and nanoparticles and such on. The video will speak for itself. Now let's get into it.
I saw a video on Telegram where they tested the swabs out of a COVID test kit, and it actually showed up on their EMF meter, which I have, and I will tell you all of the breakers are off in this room, and my phone is not, there's no Wi-Fi right now. I turned that off, and I turned off the mobile data, so there's no frequencies that are really drawing into this room. The 6 on the EF is pretty much normal for all the time that I use this, and so is the 2 on the EMFs. There's always going to be that in the air. So I have a swab, which I have the test kits from Rite Aid, who were handing out them like candy at Halloween, because when you get a prescription, I guess you get free test kits. So I said, sure, give me those. I'd love them. So I have the swab. Now, to test on this meter, you have to put it in the front of the range. It catches it up front. So I put it up here, and I thought, oh, gee, I'm not going to get anything. And it started reading, and I'm thinking, it's just EF, but what is that? Why is it showing random readings of E? I had it up to 800. I don't get it. What is on this? So then, now this is supposed to be the cotton part, which I'm telling you right now, it ain't cotton. I'm thinking, what is it reading? So I got my black light, I got my UV light, and I thought, well, I'm going to get regular Q-tips, which I have here, like Johnson & Johnson, who, yes, is going to go out of business. And I thought, well, I'm going to test with my wonderful black light. I'm going to see what these cotton swabs do. Oh, they're just cotton swabs. And they don't do anything. And, of course, they don't read. They don't have a reading, so I can't get them to read anything on that meter. So when I took this thing and thought, well, I'm going to see what, the black light does to that, I thought I was going to die because it glows like a glow stick. I mean, that's in people's faces. It's going up their nose. What are they doing? I'll take it out of the package just because people will say, oh, well, that's in the package. It's gonna be, fudged with or whatever. And it still glows. It's just crazy. So what are people putting up their noses? We knew this long ago, but really? People need to wake up.
Who knows the first 2 laws that Hitler implemented? Hitler, Yimach Shemo v'Zichro, first 2 laws that Hitler implemented that not only put him in a different status than everybody else for the rest of history, but also made what's called until this day the biggest financial miracle in history. Who knows the first 2 laws? Before the Nuremberg laws. Before that, we're talking about years before it. Hitler first comes into power. What's the first 2 laws? Okay, I'll save you the time. Rule number 1. No more pornography. No more homosexuality. None of that garbage. Not allowed. Berlin, in the 30s, in the 20s, was the Sodom and Gomorrah of the day. They were the Las Vegas of the day. They were the Sodom and Gomorrah of the day. Homosexuality, pornography, all the bestiality, all the garbage of the world, that was the capital of the world. He outlawed it. You're no longer allowed, closed all the bars, all the gay clubs, all the production, which were all run by Jewish people. Unfortunately. Second rule. What's the second rule? Second rule was, you're not allowed to charge interest. No more interest. Now you would think, why? What does he care about interest? Well, because all the people that had the money, that lent the money out, were Jews. He didn't like it. So he said no more interest. Why? Because of the high interest that the Jews charged people was so high, it ruined, it destroyed the economy in Germany. They destroyed, just like they destroyed Russia a few years before that through their communism over there. Jews destroyed Russia, not Goyim. Jews destroyed. Communism is by Jews. Well, don't let anybody confuse you. You look at history, Karl Marx, all the other Reshaim, they're all Jews. Wicked, but nonetheless Jews. They destroyed Russia, and he wrote in chapter...
Leave all your disgruntled emotions and feelings. Just drop it in the comment section, all right? I read them all. I do. All right?